A very good morning, class 10. Now, I welcome you in the second e-learning session of SST Geography. In this session, we will be discussing about the remaining points which were left in the previous session, that is about the fallow land and the net zone area. Let us discuss on this. The fallow land is the land which is left out without cultivation for certain years. The first one is the current fallow land. This kind of land is left without cultivation for less than one agricultural year, and other than current fallow land are left without cultivation for past 1 to 5 years. Now, why these lands are left uncultivated? Because they leave this land uncultivated to get the nutrients back. Since the farmer continuously grow the crops on a certain plot of land, the crops will absorb the nutrients from the soil, and in due course of time the nutrients will get exhausted from the soil. So to get the nutrients back in the soil, these lands are left for certain period of time, so that the soil will regain the nutrients and the cropping can be done once again. So for that reason they leave the land uncultivated for certain period of time. Now next is the net zone area. The net zone area is the actual area where the cropping has been done. The actual amount of land which is used for cultivation is called the net zone area. Besides these, there are many other parts of the land which is actually available for the agriculture, but every part of the land is not used for agriculture. That is why we do not call the whole thing as a net zone area. Net zone area is only that portion of land that covers the actual cropping of the land. Okay, the land which is used for cropping is called the net zone area. Now there is another term that is related with the net zone area, that is your gross cropped area. We have to understand this also because this is a very important term that is related with the net zone area. As I told you, the net zone area is the actual plot of land that is used for agriculture or growing crops. Okay. Now, the net zone area plus the area sown for more than once in a year in an agricultural year is called a gross cropped area. Now, which means that net crop area means the total area which is available for or which is actually used for cropping. That is the net zone area plus the same plot of land may be used for more than once in an agricultural year. So if it is used for more than once in an agricultural year, it will be counted more than once. So accumulatively, when we figure out the both thing together, then it comes out to a particular thing that is a gross cropped area. We have to add again and again if it is cropped again and again in the same plot of land. So the total amount or the gross amount of the agricultural area is called the gross cropped area. I hope you have understood this concept. Now let us move to the next part, that is the land use pattern. When human settlement is there will be the uses of land in different ways according to their need and demand, or their desire to have something in their life. Accordingly, they will use the land in their own way. So let us start the land use pattern in India. Now, whenever the land has been used, it depends upon certain factor, the way in which the land is used. The first one is the physical factor. In physical factor, the topographical area of the place, then your climate, then your soil type. This all determines the use of land. The second one is human factor also plays an important role, and the population density, the technological capacity and cultural and tradition. The more amount of population means more demand, more use of land. Technology wise also we can say, if the place is advanced in technology, they will do more construction in that area, more factories will be built, they will use the land in different ways according to their technological capacity. Another one is cultural and tradition. In some of the places they believe that their natural habitats should not be disturbed, like in northeastern side. They do not want their natural habitat to be disturbed. So they are lagging behind in technological field, but yet they are preserving the natural resources in their area. Now let us understand the total geographical area of India and its land use pattern. Here, the total geographical area of India is about 3.28 million square kilometer, and the land use data available is only for about 93% of its total geographical area. So the remaining 7% is missing. Okay, this is because the land use reporting of the northeastern states except Assam has not been done properly. Moreover, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, the part of Jammu and Kashmir which is occupied by the Pakistan and China, has not been surveyed yet. Because of this reason, the amount of percentage which was missing was for this reason. Okay students, now let us do the comparison of general land use category of 1960 to 61 and 2008 and 9. The given figure shows us the factual detail and it keeps on revising time to time. So I hope you have got the same detail which is given in this image. As you can see the diagram, there is an increase in forest area and decrease in barren land, and also there is a decrease in permanent pasture land. And if it keeps on decreasing, how are we able to feed our huge cattle population on this pasture land? Again, most of the other than the fallow land is either of poor quality or the cost of cultivation of such land is very high. Hence, these lands are cultivated once or twice in about 2 to 3 years. The pattern of next-zone area varies greatly from one state to another. It is over 80% of the total area in Punjab and Haryana and less than 10% in Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. According to our National Forest Policy, about 33% of the 3.28 million square kilometer, that is the total geographical area of our country, must be forest. That means 33% of the total geographical area of India must be forest. But it is not, so it is still less than the 33%. According to the National Forest Policy, the 33% of the forested area was the suitable, or it was considered as the essential part to maintain the ecological balance of our country. And the livelihood of the millions of people who live on this fringe of the forest depends upon it. Now there are some lands which are not utilized at all, like the wasteland. It is rocky, arid and desert region. These lands are not utilized because it does not give yield in crop. Okay, crops cannot be grown and there is very less use of this land. That is why these lands are called the wasteland. The land for non-agricultural use. The next one is land for non-agricultural use. That means in this land we are not going to do agriculture, but it is used for some other purpose like settlement, roads, railways, industries, etc. Now the human has been using the land now and then. Continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking an appropriate measure has resulted in land degradation. Now, land degradation has become a major concern for our society and for our environment. So this part, that is the land degradation, we are going to study, we are going to understand it in the next session. For now, I am ending this session. I want you all to revise this concept at home once again, and we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.